Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Sly 2 Band of Thieves for the Sony PlayStation 2. In the last video, we completed the first few missions for Chapter 1, and now it's time to do even more missions. But first off, we need to go to ThiefNet, and we need to buy the smoke bomb. Yes, we were going to buy that. And we're going to go ahead and play Sly again.
You can bring up your binocular by pressing the R3 button. You know, the right analog stick that adjusts the camera. Click it to look for your binoculars. They'll be useful for finding the new job starts I've placed around town. Plus, they'll let you read the job title.
So, we now know how to use the R3 button, formally, in conjunction with the L3 button. So we have not one, but two missions. Also, this black circle with the yellow S on it, this will show you where the safe house is in case you're lost and you need to get back to the safe house. Also, if we press select, we can go to the gadget grid for our current character, and we can check out all the moves that we have. We've already bought the smoke bomb, which is the only move that we have. Up until the point that we bought the smoke bomb, we had nothing here, so pressing select before this point would have been useless, but we now have something. From here, we can assign up to 3 skills to any shoulder button that is not R1. R1 will always be the run button no matter what. And if you press X on the move that you have highlighted, it'll just tell you, hey, just assign this to a button. I'm just going to go ahead and put the smoke bomb on R2. And if you have something equipped, the gadget grid will tell you what it does. The smoke bomb obscures the vision of your enemies for a hasty getaway. Press the assign button to trigger. Basically, it's like a ninja vanish. You throw a ninja bomb down, and you can get away from your enemies for a brief moment. Hopefully. Also, we are now noticing these guys with guns that are now carrying flashlights. These guys carry more money, and they can also carry better loot, too. Hey, we got the gold comb. Just be careful, because if they spot you, you're going to get zapped. And that's not fun for anyone. And they will not miss with the gun if they see you. So you don't want to give them any reason to zap you. Anyway, we got 2 missions, and this is one of them. I also forgot to mention, there is now a yellow button at the bottom of the health meter on the upper left-hand corner. When you have special moves equipped, this bar will suddenly start popping up. And the more you use special moves, the more this will empty. If you want to refill it, you'll need to pick up health. So when you pick up health, you're not only picking up a health replenishment, you're also getting a special move energy replenishment as well. Anyway, let's go ahead and do this one. I believe this is the one where you... Yes, you follow Dimitri. That was huge.
I just intercepted an email from Dimitri. He's ordered his guards to ring the boat's bell when the coast is clear.
Coast is clear for what?
Of that, I'm uncertain. Ring the bell and follow him without being seen. Then maybe we'll find out what he's hiding.
From here, we need to ring the bell by striking it with the cane. And then we need to go up to the rooftops as quickly as possible without getting spotted. And apparently this guy is so cool, he has his own theme music. Now, the best way to handle this is to press L3 often. And you want to stay to the rooftops as much as you can. Speaking of which, you do want to be careful on the rooftops, because from this point forward, there will be enemies on it. It's usually going to be the gray weasels and the striped shirts, but they will be there. So you do want to be careful. Also, Dimitri does stop to look around. You want to make sure that you are not at ground level and near him when he does that. Thankfully, staying on the rooftops will allow you to follow Dimitri around pretty well, all things considered. It does get a little dicey near the end, but it can be done if you do it this way. It should also be mentioned that if you let Dimitri go too far, you will fail the mission, and you will have to do this all over again. And of course, if you get caught, you can fail that way too. And he's trying to walk past that guard for some reason. Okay. There we go. And from here, he's getting fairly close to where he needs to be. But we can stay on the water tower and keep an eye on him.
You won't be able to see what Dimitri is doing from up on that water tower. Go down for a closer view.
And that is what we will do. We can just go over here.
Good job tailing him, Sly. He had no idea you were watching while he typed in that secret code. Hold on. Looks like that door leads to the nightclub's aqua pump. This might be useful for the heist.
Alright, we managed to tail Dimitri. And we now have some more missions. But instead of a Sly Cooper emblem, we have a Murray emblem here.
This is a job for Murray. Come back to the safe house to switch characters.
And from here, if you want, you can switch characters, which means you can now play as Murray and Bentley, if you so choose. They do play a little differently. They play a lot, somewhat differently compared to Sly. And I will have to explain what they do when the time comes. For now, though, I do want to get back to the safe house, and I want to take the time to destroy some stuff on the way there, so that way I can get some more coins, and we can get a little closer to having the 600 necessary, the 600 coins necessary to get the other abilities for Bentley and Murray. And of course we have a silver comb. That'll give us a little bit more. Not too much, but still something. And that guy did not even see us. Still want to be careful though. Near guys with flashlights. Other guys with flashlights might show up and make things a little more difficult. They might show up when we least expect them to. And this is what I was talking about with the enemies on the rooftop. They will show up over here. And of course, other enemies will be able to see you, and you will have to fight them off. So now we've got this guy and this guy. Hopefully that should be the last of them. Okay. We need to get back to the safe house. Thankfully, we can use L3 to get over there. Because I do want to turn in those combs that I found. assuming I can get to them. And there is another guy with a flashlight. I might as well go ahead and mess with him before doing anything else. It's a good thing I looked around too, because there's another guy right there. But I believe that will be the last of the petty larceny that I'll be doing for now. And from here, you can switch between Sly and Murray. But I'm not going to play as Murray just yet. Instead, I'm going to go ahead and sell the loot. We got 19 for 2 silver combs each, so that's 38. And 27 for a gold comb. We just have 45 or 55 more to go before we can get enough coins for the other 2 abilities that we can get in this chapter. Each chapter has its own set of abilities that you will have to purchase from ThiefNet, and the further you go in the game, the more expensive they're going to be. So, even when you have everything bought in a chapter, you still want to get some coins for next time. I thought Bentley was talking over there for some reason. Okay. Let's go ahead and get over to that marker over there. But before I do want to get some coins. That would be very helpful. And from here, let's go over here.
Sly, I managed to outfit this forged painting with a bug. I need you to sneak into Dimitri's office and swap it with the original.
Nice. So we'll be able to listen in on his conversations.
Yes, I thought things might go more smoothly with an ear on the inside. Just be careful with the fine art. Take any damage and the painting's ruined.
And from here, we take the forged painting, which obviously has Sly Cooper's face on it. That actually is what it is on that painting. And from here, we need to go to that little restaurant-like area. We just need to look around. Where is that? Where is the marker? You know, it's probably going to be back there. More than likely. And it's getting kind of hard to see it over there. Okay, it's right there. You can barely see it, but it is there. Like so. So we need to get on over there. And there are 2 guys with flashlights. As much as I would like to loot them, I'm afraid I'm going to get the attention of one of them. The one I'm not looting. And he's going down a hill, which means it's going to be harder to steal from him. So I'm just going to follow you instead. And I'm going to go this way. See where he went. Okay, he's going up the hill. This is perfect. Still want to be careful out in the open, though. Did get a silver watch. And we have all the money that we need. And a nice little nest egg for the future. Good thing I was able to hide. He didn't have anything after that. Okay. We need to go over here. And from here, we need to go up the pipe here. And then we need to sneak on down to the window. We could go over here earlier, but we couldn't really do much. But now, we can open the window with the circle button once we're near it. And from here, let's go ahead and start destroying some stuff for some future coinage. And then we need to start making our way through this building. All right.
The schematic indicates that door is locked from the inside.
That's all right. I never was one for the direct approach.
Swell, because the indirect approach is way up there through that air vent.
We're obviously going to need to go through the air vent. And we will have to do some moving around in order to get there, which means we will have to drop down, we will have to avoid the custodians, and we will have to get past the lasers. Now, these guys will hear us. But okay. Well, they were able to see us briefly. Now we need to get away from them. And well, that was enough to get them away from us. And now we just need to avoid the lasers. Thankfully, the tables will be good enough for such a task. And we can climb up here and then sneak across the top of the wall. And it looks like we're definitely hearing about the criminal activity that's going on around here, courtesy of Dimitri. But we do need to press on. Thankfully, we can do just that by just walking on these ropes. And from here, we will have to do some more sneaking. We will have to press the circle near the waterfall and then sneak to the other side. And then we can break the air vent. Now we just need to climb through the air vent and then just drop down here. All we have to do is just go up to that painting and press circle to swap the genuine one for the one with Sly on it. But if we turn around here, we'll find this vault. Now, if you don't have all the clue bottles in the episode, you won't be able to open this. However, the game will remind you that you'll need to go in the direction of this area in order to come back to the vault and open it. Just go up to the vault, press circle, and it's just like Sly 1.
It took some higher level math, but I believe the code to Dimitri's vault is 231.
And just like last time, you use the control pad to, in this case, move Sly's hand, and you press X to put in the numbers. Obviously, you have to hold diagonal directions for the diagonal numbers.
You've gotten the knockout dive move.
I might as well show off the smoke bomb real quick. That is the smoke bomb. And we now have the knockout dive. Leap at enemies, leaving them stunned on the ground. Press L2 to trigger, or whatever your assigned button is. It is much like the dive attack from Sly Cooper 1. It just takes energy to use now, and it's one of the few moves from the first game that returns. Also, I forgot to mention, if you press triangle in midair, you can do the aerial version of the dive. That also comes back from Sly 1. Not a lot of stuff comes back from Sly 1, though, because this game plays a lot differently from the first game.
Nice work, Sly. The bug's in position. If you manage to get the original painting back to me in one piece, I can sell it through my internet connections and make us a ton of coins.
And we have now completed this mission, but we don't leave this place immediately. As the game tells us the bug is in position, you can look at this through the monocucom, and yeah, it's Sly Cooper in the portrait. And now we can open this door with circle, and we can come in from the other end. we'll end up back here, which is good. Now, how did I get over here in the first place? Ah, right. Do want to get away from these guys, because they will make it harder to get out of here. And yeah, they're just going to keep chasing me until I leave. So now that we have the original painting in our possession,
Avoid getting spotted by the flashlight guards. If you get caught, you can run away by holding down the R1 button.
just make sure that nobody else catches you as you're doing things. Anyway, we do want to get back to the safe house so we can return the painting. Now, if you get attacked by any enemies, you will drop the painting automatically. And there will be a few things that you can take back to the safe house for a ton of coins, if you know what you're doing. Of course, some of them will be timed because they have a bomb strapped to them, though I'll go into detail about those soon enough. In the meantime, I do need to look around. I do need to go back to the safe house. And I'm going to do this the safe way and drop down to the ramp leading over here. Good thing there's a ramp here. I'd imagine it'd be hard to walk around in this game if there are stairs. And of course, if you stay at the table long enough, you'll hear Dimitri. Anyway,
I barge out the dead presidentes, then I rake them in.
I haven't really noticed a lot of stairs. And if there are stairs, they are in the form of a slope. But anyway, plus I'm thinking of the third game by talking about the ramps. Don't want to buy either of those yet, because we got the gold painting in one piece back to the safe house. We can get 232 gold. I'm going to sell it now, and I'm going to sell the silver watch that I just got earlier. So we now have over 900 coins.
All the rough business tonight. Some jack super trooper moving in on my action.
Listening to him is going to be rather annoying. But anyway, I've been playing for over 20 minutes now, and I might as well go ahead and save. This was pretty fun. This was nice to get done a little bit. Just getting it done 20 minutes at a time. So, we can play as Murray now. We can still play as Sly. But eventually, we're going to have to play as Murray. We may do that next time. We may not. We'll see. Join me then, why don't you? Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!